To you undecided voters, may I say, how are you undecided? Thank you. Sorry, Ken. How are you decided at this point? With me, as always, by the way, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
That can be the only one.
We actually take our insults from a 6-month-old. That's who we're learning from. Seamus is his name.
Seamus is, yeah.
That's who you're idea.
He came home last night and he just sees him. First, always wants to touch his face and wonder because I think it's like
it's a giant.
It's like
it's a
Mount Rushmore. He always is.
It's
like
a Macy's Day Fellow. He's this big. He's like, my God.
And then he stops for a second, looks at him, and goes. He just knows that's how we communicate.
No, ask him questions about politics, and then we'll just cut to him reacting. I was just like, what do you think of Trump's rally last night?
So there was a big thing on TV today, and we were watching Katie Tur. Katie Tur is the worst. Let me just say,
Katie Tur is.
We have never seen. I've never seen such a bullshit journalist, and but everybody else is soft pedaling it. Why don't they call this dickhead out for what he is? Like let's take personality aside. Let's take that he's a rapist, that he hung out with Jeffrey Epstein, that was his best friend, that he's a racist. Let's take out that he hates our soldiers, suckers and losers. Let's say that he's basically a transactional president. That if you give him money, he'll do something for you. What? I'm making noises. I'm making too many weird noises. I'm fired up.
About to throw
I've got
up.
gas in me right now that's trying to come out.
You're taking in air so fast.
I'm just angry. I'm angry because we have the journalists currently right now are full of shit.
Yes,
they are actually treating him like he is a normal person. They are treating him like he's like it's Romney and John Kerry. It's fucking not.
Yeah.
It's a psychopath fuck who actually wants to date his daughter. And let's just go to his numbers. Let's take the personality. Let's take what a scumbag loser demon he is. And let's just talk about his numbers. We were losing manufacturing jobs well before COVID started. Everybody kind of blames everything that his fuck ups on COVID, but it wasn't. He was losing jobs. Farmers were bankrupt. The suicide rate in farmers, because of what he did with the Chinese tariffs and that deal, suicide skyrocketed. 24% bankruptcies. It went up 24% for farmers. We lost billions and billions and billions of dollars. Biden, on the other hand, stopped the tariffs and brought it back. On top of that, this fucking asshole, and it was all because of tariffs. People don't even know this. People are so stupid about the economy and about the past. Do you guys know Smoot-Hawley tariffs in 1930? I think it was 36 or 34, maybe 37. Was part of the reason that the entire, not 27, or the entire reason the fucking depression happened, because we put tariffs on all goods. Then basically, tariffs don't charge China. They don't charge Japan. Tariffs charge the American people. $1,000 washer now costs $1,200 with a 20% tariff. And guess where that money goes to? The government. So that's what Trump's doing. He's trying to pay for his tax cuts for billionaires by making you pay more for a washer, dryer, and a car. If he puts a 20% tariff on any fucking Toyota, on any fucking Honda that gets imported, you're going to pay 20% more for a car, and that money goes to the government to pay for tax cuts for billionaires. That's what he's doing, you douchebags.
Let me interject with this one here. This was going to be my
I'm kind of
this time
today. I'm sorry.
Oh,
but
we're going to do it. And now the fun fact early.
There's plenty of
just so you
Trump
know,
shit.
we're 40 something days away from either ending this country or trying to save it.
So all this talk about
what just happened? What'd you just do?
He let me get it out, and then he I just spent 2 hours having my boob tissues smashed in between various clutching devices.
Not me. It wasn't me.
My favorite is when the woman says,
"It was not. It was not. No, this is a medical procedure.
Device.
This was not me. Just her getting her husband to get off her. This was actually a medical procedure."
Yeah, so my stress level is extra right now. My favorite is when the woman says, "But does that one hurt?" And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Okay, well, say when."
They got the vice.
Crank. Because the pictures are better if it's flat. Now, because you have breast implants, I need to separate the implant from your breast tissue on the plate and do that. Yeah. And then crank.
That hurts in my smaller breasts.
So my dulcet
downstairs.
Tones are bringing you down, is what you're saying. I'm calming you
down. You have smaller breasts.
What just happened?
He tried to make a funny ball reference, I think, but it ended up not being a super flattering picture.
Well, it's not as medical. With men, they go, if you have ball cancer, they just kick you in the nuts really hard, and they go, does that hurt worse than normal? And you go, yes. And they
Can
go,
I ask you, do you feel like you have smaller breasts downstairs?
No, I didn't know that. That's but I actually literally went to a place where I'm like, I went to a what the fuck place because I don't know what he's talking about.
And you guys wonder why we can't get him a date.
He's got a thin.
He's like, hey, lady, want to check out my tiny boobs
Highlander has
there?
a thin thread thing, and sometimes it's so funny you can't stand it. Sometimes you're like, what?
I saw him realize it though because he faltered. He goes, my smaller breasts.
He felt the room.
Downstairs. He felt the room.
He felt the room. Was like, that was a mistake.
Do you guys do men have to go get your balls on a plate and then they crank the thing tight to test for cancer? Is that a thing for guys?
Hope so. Our balls on a plate.
we hire help
Not
for
a
that.
Dinner plate, you idiots. Like a medical plate.
I don't think, no. Only women get their boobs smushed to get x-rays of them. It's crazy.
Why wouldn't you put balls on that and then
because they're hard. They're not just fleshy squishy.
They're not squishy. They will splat.
There's literally a pistachio in there or something. There's something.
That's why they're
in
called
there.
nuts.
Yeah, that's why they're called nuts because there's an almond.
Your balls are not hard.
They're if you next time we get a shot. Next time I get an examination from you, check them out.
Well, I know
as you age, they get harder.
Can we please stop talking? What are we doing? So back to the economy. So go ahead, give me your phone thing. What are we doing today? What just happened? You guys are like, I'm so cranked. You guys are like, how do we divert him? He needs to stop. Okay, go ahead.
I have a lot of questions about this conversation for later.
All right. Everybody's always bitching about, it was better when Trump was in office. And we do this, where were
you're
we
going
4 years ago?
Stats. You got the stats.
Yeah, but it's related. On this day in 2019, the U.S. income inequality hit a new record level.
So let's say, so that means under Trump, before COVID, rich people were so much richer than poor people. So he basically changed the income gap.
Yes. And the top income earners got even larger increases in their income.
Christ.
And one of the reasons for that is the Trump tax cut.
Yep. So that's what he's doing with tariffs, though. He keeps talking about we're going to make so much money. He keeps saying it, and he's going to continue his Trump tax cuts. With people go, my taxes went up last year. Yeah, because it hasn't been changed yet. The House will not let the Democrats vote on. We can't vote on changing Trump's tax cuts. We can't kill him. Yep. They filibustered it. That's what Biden's pissed about. So what's happened is the Trump tax cuts have stayed in place. So corporations year after year after year after year are still raking in the bucks. And the people that made under $200,000, their taxes keep going up.
Yes. They
keep going up to 27.
Back to for the news, they're supposed to be sort of like a checks and balances.
And they're not.
They are supposed to bring a specialist on, an economist on or whatever, and say, no, Trump is wrong, and he's always constantly wrong, and they should just be attacking him all the time.
They're bringing up funny writers. They're bringing up these erudite. We saw your piece in the New Yorker. It was amazing. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? That's not news. What do you Miss Cleo? What the fuck are you making predictions?
That's an old. Hey man, that's an old reference.
You got it though.
Oh yeah, I used to have no cable and come home from the club at 2 a.m. when she would play.
But what's the point if you're asking people their opinion?
If you want to see us live, not do that.
Now come see me do comedy.
Billings, Montana, pub station, Friday night, Saturday night. We're going to be in Bozeman at the Wilma Theater. The Ellen Theater. We also have a lot of other dates coming up. We're going to have some local dates. Brea, one night only. That's going to be October 17th. We're going to be in Burbank at Flappers on the 18th. We have Sacramento and Fresno and Sunnyvale.